Bruce Wayne.
Batman. Mr. Wayne.
Well, here I am.
Batman. Have they really got it right in the movies? That's a good question, and the simple answer is no. Let me explain that out of all of the Batman movies that hit the big screen, Robert Pattinson's Batman is the one for me that comes the closest when it comes to intelligence. The movie brilliantly illustrates his deductive skills when confronting enigmatic puzzles posed by the Riddler, and his impressive ability to solve intricate riddles, a trademark skill of the Dark Knight. Pattinson also emphasizes the character's detective skills and analytical abilities. After all, his mind is his greatest weapon. Here is an example from Assault on Arkham.
That's Moshel. He doesn't work Fridays. Neither does Ferrick. That's the Thursday crew. This isn't live, they're broadcasting old footage.
And I mean, even Brainiac and Lex Luthor admitted that Batman's mind is one of the greatest in existence. And yeah, I know. I'll try not to go into the stuff from when he became a god in the comics and so on. I'll try to keep it real. But now, when I just mentioned the smartest guys, here is an even smarter guy.
Somebody in here?
Something wrong?
Nope.
And I just have to give some credit to Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves' suit. I mean, look at this compared to Bale's. I really liked Christian Bale's suit when it came out because it was such an upgrade from the recent Batmans, but when Pattinson's suit came out, it made Bale's look so bad that it was almost mean in my opinion. Often, when time passes and things like suits update, it can have that effect, but when we look at Spider-Man for example, Tobey's suit still stands at number 1 for me, so it's not always like that. In Ben Affleck's Batman, we see a lot more tech, gadgets, aircrafts, and vehicles that's more spot on to what Batman really has in his Batcave. Christian Bale's Batman got the Bruce Wayne Playboy, right? Haha, no, I'm not going to shit on Christopher Nolan's trilogy like that, but it is true though. We only got a few minutes of Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, but for once, it was kind of refreshing that they cut the Playboy part out for once. Bale and Nolan's portrayal delve into the emotional complexity of Batman, capturing his inner turmoil, determination, and moral dilemmas. The trilogy also highlights Batman's dedication to training and self-improvement, especially his preparation in Batman Begins, aligning with his comic book counterpart's commitment to honing his skills. But for me, the most spot on is our beloved Kevin Conroy, who is truly the best Batman when it comes to deeply caring, compassionate love, endurance, commitment, voice, and so much more. This legend will be remembered and loved forever.
To leave this world a better place. That's the whole Batman lesson. How do you leave the world a better place? How do you make your life count?
The things he teaches us are many. Witnessing the murder of his parents as a child must have broken him, but instead it forged his unyielding determination. Batman teaches us that even in our darkest moments, we can find the strength to rise and make a difference. His strength comes from sheer willpower, dedication, and relentless training. He reminds us that ordinary people can accomplish extraordinary feats through discipline and determination. His unwavering commitment to justice, even in a world filled with corruption and chaos, is a testament to the importance of moral values. He inspires us to stand up for what's right, regardless of the odds.
My actions don't require any defense. In the same situation, I'd do it again. None of us would ever do that to you. Then you're damn fools.
He reminds us that forgiveness and a chance to change are powerful forces for transformation, offering hope to those who've lost their way.
I read your mind. That's how I knew you weren't going to use Mrs. Waller's weapon on me.
No, I wasn't.
You were going to try and talk me into fixing what I've changed.
He becomes a symbol of guidance and support, particularly for those without fathers.
What's the plan then? Drop off the third wheel and regroup back at the hideout?
He's been to the hideout? Well,
he inspires us to explore our potential and use our skills to create a better world. He confronts his own fears and embraces them, showing us that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the ability to face it head-on. Batman's alliances with other heroes, like the Justice League, highlight the importance of teamwork and the strength that can be found in unity.
I have nothing but respect for you. I hope you know that. You showed me that justice doesn't always have to come from the darkness.
Perhaps the most important lesson from Batman.
Why do we fall, Bruce? So we can learn to pick ourselves up.
At first glance, Batman might seem like a brooding, relentless vigilante, driven by his tragic past and a thirst for justice. But beneath the cowl and cape, there's a man who embodies qualities that transcend his status as a superhero. Kevin Conroy's Batman and the character in the comics is a testament to love and compassion, and his true superpower, as Matt Reeves said, is his ability to endure, not just physical pain, but the emotional toll of his journey. Batman's love for Gotham City is unparalleled. He's not just its protector, he's deeply connected to the city and its people. He's invested in making Gotham a safer and better place, even if it means risking his own life daily. This love is also extended to his allies, especially those who share his mission, like Alfred, Robin, and Batgirl. In the comics, we see moments where Batman mentors and cares for them, offering guidance, support, and a sense of belonging. But perhaps Batman's most powerful form of love and compassion is his unwavering belief in redemption.
Let me help you.
No. It's far too late for that.
Despite the darkness he faces daily, he never loses hope that people can change for the better. This is most evident in his approach to his rogues gallery of villains, some of whom have committed heinous crimes. Batman tirelessly attempts to rehabilitate them, to help them find their way back to the light.
One thing I gotta know. How'd you stay with me all day, risking your butt for someone who's never given you anything but trouble?
I know what it's like to try and rebuild a life.
This shows an extraordinary depth of compassion. He's faced unimaginable hardships, from witnessing his parents' murder to enduring physical pain and injury on his war on crime. However, he never wavers, never gives up, and never loses hope. This unwavering determination to face adversity head-on, no matter how insurmountable it may seem, is what sets him apart. In the comics, Batman is depicted as a symbol of resilience. He's endured the loss of loved ones, the betrayal of friends, and even the weight of his own guilt. Yet he continues to fight, to strive for justice, and to believe in the goodness of people. His resilience inspires those around him and reminds us all that even in our darkest moments, we can find the strength to persevere. He doesn't view criminals as irredeemable. Instead, he sees them as individuals who've just lost their way. This hope for redemption extends to his own journey as well. He doesn't just fight crime to avenge his parents, he does it to ensure that no one else experiences the same tragedy. He wants to create a world where others won't have to suffer as he did. He aims to help them find a path to redemption, to heal their wounds, and to make amends for their crimes. It's a powerful message that underscores the idea that even those who have gone down a dark path can still find their way back to the light.
You'll outlive us all, Bruce. You're too stubborn to die.
For Batman 2 coming in 2025 with Robert Pattinson, I'd really have liked it if they did something like in the animated movie Batman Under the Red Hood. The fighting scenes and emotions were something very special with this movie. Let me tell you that even if you've watched every Batman movie at the cinemas, or maybe just Christopher Nolan's trilogy with Christian Bale, the latest ones with Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, you haven't really seen a Batman that comes close to what he really is. Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, for you may be a multi-billionaire playboy without superpowers and has his cool batsuit and gadgets, the Batmobile, and is a great fighter and really smart. He fights criminals at night and doesn't kill or use guns. This is correct in simple terms, but let me tell you that it's not even a fraction of what he really is. I mean, this is actually a guy from the DC universe that doesn't have superpowers. But to be honest, he would actually beat most of the characters with powers, simply because he's Batman.
I'm stronger, I'm smarter, I'm better!
That should be enough of an explanation if you know anything about this complex savage for real. I really believe that he would beat Iron Man, and no...
What?
I'm not joking. Now, before you start to get mad and assume stuff, take a deep breath and try to hear me out. First of all, I'm not a complete DC fan, even if it sounds like it. I love characters from both Marvel and DC, and I love Iron Man, I really do. I really can't see anyone else other than Robert Downey Jr. play Iron Man, and he's probably at the top of the Avengers when it comes to rank in power. This is a heated debate that have made many fans argue about why and how one character is better than the other. But as Stan Lee said a few years back, claiming that arguing whether characters would hypothetically defeat each other relies entirely on the writer's vision. So, let me start with us Marvel fans that have got many movies that include Iron Man in the recent years. We've seen a character evolve from building his first suit in a cave to just giving 2 taps on his chest to put on his nanotech suit, fight Thanos' best soldiers and Thanos himself. Impressive, yeah, but is it enough? The intelligence Iron Man has is really impressive. His engineering skills, fast learning, fast thinking, compassion, courage, and all of his suits make him one of the most iconic, powerful, and loved characters in Marvel. So, why would Batman win? Well, many Iron Man fans would argue that his suits and weapons are enough to beat Batman, but it comes to a point where Batman would say this to them:
"Every fucked up thing that he's done, I've done."
Meaning that Batman has also created and built advanced weapons and suits like the Hellbat and the final Batsuit Sunbox. You could say that he built a time machine to fight Thanos. Yes, Batman did that and also came up with a cure for an alien disease. But now we are on the road that I said I would try to avoid, so let's leave it there. I'm not saying that Iron Man in the comics is not a savage, and then again, this is my personal opinion if a battle would happen between the two. I also love discussing and sharing ideas and knowledge about everything from the movies to the comics, and I'm hoping to get some experts, especially when it comes to the comics, that both disagree and agree so I can learn more about both characters. I know that I'll get so much hate from Iron Man fans, but once again, let me ask you this question. Tony Stark faces Bruce Wayne without suits, gadgets, and so on in hand-to-hand combat. Who would win? If you had to think about it, the answer's Tony for you. I know for a fact you really don't know how much of a savage Bruce Wayne really is. And I really do believe that most from both sides can agree on this. Just think about this from the movies. This is pretty much how I see it. Tony could probably perform better on a test, but Bruce would figure out a way to not even take the test and still get credit for it. And when it comes to intelligence, a lot of people will disagree. But then again, it actually comes down to your definition of intelligence. The real question I want to ask you is, who do you think would win with prep time?